I want to tell you about the worst meal I've ever had. 2 years ago, I was out for dinner with my daughter Lila and my son Rourke, and my wife Sheridan was on her way back from the airport from work. So there we were, Lila telling one of her funny little stories when she froze. Her hands were stiff in the air like this. I said, "Lila, are you okay?" And then, like in slow motion, she fell off the side of the chair, her hands still frozen, like the plug had been pulled from her. I screamed out for her, "Lila, Lila!" She then started shaking uncontrollably. I yelled out for someone to call an ambulance. And then she stopped shaking. She was completely limp in my arms. I just hugged her and I hugged her. And I yelled out to Rourke as he wailed in the corner, "It's okay, Lila's going to be okay." But in my heart, I thought she was dead. Or if not dead, brain damage for the rest of her life. In this mad panic, someone handed me their phone. It was 000. They asked me if she was still breathing. I leant down to my beautiful angel and I could see that, yes, thank God, she was breathing. The shallowest of breath, but she was breathing. But she wasn't responding. I just kept yelling, "Lila, stay awake, stay awake." And then I said the magic words, "Lila, Mummy is on her way." It was her first flicker of recognition. "Mama is coming, stay awake for Mama." I just kept saying it. And just then, Mama walked in the door. She'd arrived. And Sherry took over and held Lila, instinctively strong and protective. And now I went to my son. I went to Rourke, and his face streaked in tears. I wanted to shield him from this moment, so I took him outside and I gave him a job and I said, "Together, let's go keep an eye out for the ambulance. Together, we've got to find it." It was horrible. We waited out there for what seemed like half an hour, but it was probably only 5 minutes before the paramedics arrived. It felt like forever. Eventually, they carried Lila to the ambulance, and me and Sherry just looking at each other, and we mirrored each other's grief. It just absolutely terrified me. It still terrifies me to this day. When I got to the hospital, I had the agonising weight of trying to find out where she was, and it had been 4 hours since Lila collapsed to the floor, 4 hours of not knowing what had happened to her. Eventually, finally, I found them, and I saw that Lila was alive. Thank God, thank everything. But she was confused. She couldn't talk. She didn't know who I was, but she was alive. She was alive, that's all that mattered. And so began a journey for Lila, myself, and my family trying to find answers. Over the next few months, she had 8 of these tonic-clonic seizures. She had ECGs, she had EEGs. Geez, it was tiring. After her second one, they said it was confirmed that she had epilepsy, but they didn't know why. She also started making this sound and staring out in the distance for 5 seconds. She'd just go, "Huh." When she did one of these during an EEG, they told us that it was another form of epilepsy called absent seizures. She was doing 40 or 50 of these times a day. As part of trying to learn more, we contacted Epilepsy Action Australia, who sent Lila a range of stuff to try and help her. And they also sent her a cuddly teddy bear. The E stands for epilepsy. She calls him Baby Bear. We learned that more than 250,000 Australians have epilepsy. That's 1% of our country, 1%. Every March, they hold a day for epilepsy awareness called Purple Day. It's their big fundraiser for the year. Lila was so excited for it. She dyed her hair purple and had the whole school ready to be a part of it. And then COVID hit, and all of Purple Day shut down across the nation. So I decided to do something. I remember that Lila loved her baby bear. I also figured that because of COVID, a lot of people were short of money. But you know who still has lots of money in a global pandemic and an economic downturn? Billionaires, right? Not only do the 1% still have lots of money, they significantly increased their wealth during the last year. So this is where Max comes in. He's named Maximilian because he's the $1 million teddy bear. Lila and I had originally hoped that a billionaire philanthropist with a heart of gold would step up to make a tax-deductible donation of $1 million by buying Max here and helping the 250,000 Australians like my beautiful Lila with epilepsy. The lucky 1% helping the unlucky 1%. But the lucky 1% were quiet. Well, the unlucky 1%, like Lila, went on living with their illness. So now, Lila and I are turning our attention to the 99%. We're turning to you. It's time for every Aussie out there to share in the bear. Because if there's one thing us Aussies are good at, it's at pulling together and helping out those in need. So, if you have $2, $5, $10, $20 or $1,000 or $1 million, go to milliondollarteddybear.com and donate to Share in the Bear. Because the more you share in the bear, the more it shows Australians care about the 250,000 Australians with epilepsy, like my beautiful Lila. Lila is a special girl, and she's taught me that life is about never, ever, ever giving up. Life is about helping others, and life is about always trying to keep that ray of sunshine alive. So listen to your heart like Lila does, and let's find Max a home. I think we can do it.
Isn't that extraordinary? Did you guys know that it was that prevalent? 250,000 Australians have got epilepsy.
I've known a few people who have had it over my time, and it is a really tough thing to live with because it can go like that. You can be driving, you can be just living your life, and all of a sudden you are on the floor, and it's terrifying for you and the people around you. And I think there's so much we don't know about it. And well done to Alex. What a fantastic idea. And I'm sure the offer is still open for the millionaires out there to step up.
Can I tell you about the $1 million teddy bear? Has been outfitted by Christian Kimber, who's Fashion Festival National Designer of the Year, in bespoke clothes.
Yes!
So there you go. It's hand done. It's
great.
brilliant. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, tomorrow is Purple Day for epilepsy awareness, and for more info on how you can get involved in that and to share in the bear, just head to our website.